everyone, it's me, Ickle Nelly Rose, and I'm back, and I have a new chair. But anyway, let's get down to business. I do have some other videos lined up, but this one I kind of had to make because this video came out yesterday, and I kind of felt like I had to say a few things about it because it was kind of to do with the last video that I made. It was a becoming YouTube video, and it was to do with girls on YouTube. It was brought to my attention because I follow Tom Scar and Lex Can Roar, who was Tyrannosaurus Lex, who I told you about last week in the last video. They were like, oh my gosh, I hate everything I said in this video. And I was like, well, I have to watch this. So I went and watched it, and I was like, it was just, I don't know, you see it and you see the good intentions. You can see them all going, oh, it's really annoying that there aren't more girls who are successful and blah 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 blah. But there are a few kind of like fundamental problems with it, I think, and I'm going to try and address those talking here. One thing I do think that they got spot on, but I think they failed to properly elaborate on why it was such a big help, was fangirls. And it was something that I kind of wanted to talk about in my last video, but I decided not to because I didn't want to be like, oh, they're only getting views because they're boys and girls want to watch them, because people could say exactly the same thing about boys wanting to watch my videos, because my viewership is like kind of a 75-25 split between boys and girls. I'm getting more girls starting to watch my videos recently, so hello ladies. But yeah, you know, this, you know, I didn't want to sound like I'm bitching about something when, you know, people could accuse me of the same thing. But I think what they failed to say was the reason why it's good to have a girl fan base is because I found that girls are better at sharing videos, like way better. I get messages, I'm not saying this in terms of I've done a study and blah blah blah, so I could be pulling all of this out of thin air, but when I get messages from guys, not the creepy kind, but when I get messages saying, oh you're really good and this is really funny, keep making videos, that's it. When I get a message from girls, I get, oh my gosh, this is so funny, I've shared this with all my friends, I've posted this, blah 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 blah. I get more comments like that from girls saying, oh, I've shared this with everyone I know. They want to share their obsession with the world. I think that's what it is. It's not just that girls are like going online to creep at boys. It kind of made it sound like teenage girls were scary, and sometimes it can be. I went to an all-girls school, they can be very scary sometimes, but I don't think they focused on why it was such a good thing. I don't think it's girls actively going out and looking for boys to creep on. I think it's their friends say, go and watch this guy, he's really funny, or whatever, he's really cute, or whatever they want to watch them for. And I think that's the big thing. That's why I was at the end of my video. It's like, it's sharing videos. That's the big thing. Another thing is, Tom Scar was really annoyed at what he said about like kind of the females and kind of comedy and entertainment thing. And I think what he was trying to say, you know, Tom, do leave a comment. I know you watched a couple of my videos. Do say if you see this, whether I am completely going off on the wrong kind of idea of what he said. But I think what he meant to say, it kind of comes off of, oh, girls don't have to make an effort, so they don't. But it's not what, I don't think that's what he was trying to say. I think the main thing is that girls aren't encouraged to be funny as much as boys are. Girls are encouraged to be sensible, whereas boys, it's like, oh, you can be silly because they're just boys. But if a girl is being silly and trying to be funny, people are like, oh, that's not very ladylike behaviour. Stuff like that, because YouTube is an entertainment channel, an entertainment platform even. For a lot of people, although YouTube is not just entertainment, it's loads of other things as well as education and just random stuff. But I do think that girls do have a slight disadvantage in that we are not encouraged to be all like, yay, let's be silly and funny. So what you get is there aren't as many girls going into comedy. And there's also the whole thing of like, women aren't encouraged to be funny, therefore they're not expected to be funny. So I think that is a slight problem in that, you know, what, like I said with the last video of people judging a thumbnail, some people think women doing comedy, yeah right. Which is a shame, because there are some really funny female comedians. I mean, if you don't find them funny, then fair enough, but just because you don't get the comedy, doesn't mean it's not funny. I don't think women can't do comedy. I think it's that not as many women are encouraged to. Girls are encouraged to be sensible and pretty and do other things in order to become successful in terms of like looks and things like that. I think there was like truth in what Tom was saying, but I don't think he came out how he wanted to, and it just sounded like, oh, girls just have to be pretty, they don't have to do anything to become successful, and it's holding them back, and blah blah blah. I don't think that's what he was saying. And for anyone who's like, oh, that's rubbish, you know, girls can do whatever they want, blah blah blah, I was actively discouraged by an ex when I was going out with him not to do the stand-up comedy gigs at my university that I used to do, because he said, girls aren't funny, I don't want you to embarrass yourself. So yeah, I think it's just that not as many girls are encouraged to do that stuff. So yeah, but I do think that's changing, and gradually it will become more balanced, I reckon. There was also this kind of overhanging assumption that girls don't really make as many videos as boys. They do, just because they're not all kind of like super popular like this particular group of people are in this video doesn't mean that they're not good and they're not successful. And I think that was kind of one of the problems, because the people all being interviewed were all kind of like from this one particular area of YouTube, and you know, they kind of left out a load of other things. Like there's lots of big gaming channels that are way bigger than some of the channels that they were kind of talking to, and it was just like and also I didn't like how dismissive they were of the makeup videos, because like I don't personally watch them, but they're actually doing something. They're doing something creative. They're helping people who want to know how to do makeup differently. Some of them do like really cool, like the Halloween ones are like crazy cool, and then often they just do normal vloggy videos like this, just talking to people. Like their makeup stuff is just, you know, one of the things that they do, and it's the thing that they might be most famous for. But people, they don't just do that. People watch particular gurus because they like the person. It's not just about the makeup or the clothes that they go and buy or whatever. It's because of the person. They're really fun. But yeah, and I just think it was just like there are loads of successful girls out there, but just because they don't fit into that one group of vloggers and comedians, it was kind of a bit you're kind of cutting out a whole load of people. But anyway, my main problem with that video was just it was so depressing. It was all just kind of like, oh, guys have it easy because they're guys and they can get away with making crappy videos, and girls have to work twice as hard to become half as successful, and it's really a shame. But girls, just make videos and just make sure they're really good. I was just watching it going, you do realise like how huge this channel is, kind of how much power you have to change things. Like with my video, with my few little few thousand subscribers, I was just like, let's try and make a difference in this little kind of corner of YouTube and just like make sure that girls are getting noticed. Instead of changing the attitudes of the people watching, it was saying, sorry girls, you just have to put up with it. And it was just like there was no trying to change attitudes. They're just saying, oh, you know, some girls are breaking through the barriers, but the girls have to do all the work and they have to make sure they just have to make really good videos and blah blah blah. It's like, no, you could say this girl is good, give her a chance. This girl is good, give her a chance. And you know, you have done that in the past. The whole reason I found out about Lex was because she randomly appeared in one of Alex Day's videos. He's actually really good at getting girls in the videos and saying, look at this person. And a lot of the people in that I watch are quite good at being like, look at this person, she's funny, or she's really good. And I think that video was really the perfect place to do that as well, and they just didn't do it, and it was really annoying. And I was just like, it's just really depressing end, and it's just like, oh, it's kind of shit for girls, isn't it? It was also kind of the whole thing of like, what I was annoyed with my first two videos is they were just measuring success by popularity. And not everyone goes into YouTube wanting to be popular. Anyway, I don't know whether I've touched upon every point that I wanted to make, but this video is getting far too long. So I'm just gonna kind of round up with like, you know, I'm so kind of big on like, if you want to help the situation, then share girls' videos and point people out to them. Because, you know, a big thing, I know it works from experience, and also watching that channel, like watching that video, I know that it has got a lot of people watching it because it's had big names on it, and you know, other people being interviewed in that have kind of got a good following because a bigger YouTuber says, hey, you should give this person a chance. Like, it works, it really, really works. But hey, I'm just gonna stop rambling, and I'd be interested to know your opinions. This is all kind of just speculation. This isn't me saying, oh, it's this, this, and this, and this. I mean, I found it so difficult to write the video that I did last week. So yeah, it's a difficult topic to discuss because there's not really a proper answer to it, especially if you're a girl, because you just sound like, nah, everyone's mean. And then if you just say, oh, it's really crap, then it's just a depressing video. So I was just like, share, do something positive, not make everything about being the girl has to do, or they have to make sure their videos are perfect. Sorry. I think it really should be, we should be challenging people's perceptions of girls online. I just think we should make the world a better place, and peace and love and happiness, and yeah. I'm in a weird mood. But yeah, I'm off now because I'm going to go watch Wreck-It Ralph with my sister and go all like, oh, games! I shall try it and do a more kind of usual video rather than a long rambly one. If you've sat all the way through this, well done, by the way. So yeah, I will see you guys later and stuff. Bye!